My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Got it. Hey, computer. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
22 needle. Right.
He'll drop to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Falcons still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic 1, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
Let's go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Ready.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Strike. Let's go. Go set.
They're going to look to throw. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1, they have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That is caught inside the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On second and goal, Lance. This is caught. Touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Okay.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Red, yellow. Hey, long field. Check smash.
They'll go to Barkley again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Morrison. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Steal. Check steal. Shot. 17. Check steal. Ready.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got room. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. Hey, no fury. Strike. Check, strike. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. caught by Turner. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Ultra. Ready?
And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Here we go. Madden. Right, 97. Smith, red. Strike it. Cut.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Ready, break.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ultra.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Go now.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 30 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Let's go.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll send Austin in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, and he finds Gray. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check man. Hey, check mega. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Steal. Check steal.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
Check view. Cluster, stick. Mega. Hey, go Fury. Striker. Check striker.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw again. Throw left side. There's London. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
Hey, cross field. Black ultra. Hey, red. Check smash.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
3-3, steal, chest steal.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Okay, ready? Check you. You tell it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go now. Green jack.
On play action, Lance. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Blue.
Working from the gun, Lance swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Right, 97.
From midfield, here's Lance. Delivers another one to Pierce. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Ball red. Watch it, 6. Ready?
The Lance going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Black shot.
Again, it's Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantic. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mega.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
52 blaster. Switch, yellow. Opposite, green. Ready?
Barkley off tackle left to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
On the track.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
22 meters. Ultra.
Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
Strike 6. Smash. Blue striker. Red green. Set.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Being chipped. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
White. Black ultra. Yellow.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Cross field. Check smash. Check mega.
They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Okay, Frank.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morrison. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Yellow. Steal. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Let's go now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Shot, 17. Steal, black. Hey.
In motion right is Austin. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you love looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Red, yellow, blue.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Down. Right, 97.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And some space here. Nifty move. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Bro, 52. Yellow, blue. Red, cycle.
From the gun, it's Lance. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
To try again after the sack. Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Sit. Never. Check you. Hey, computer.
They'll send Austin in motion right.
Ready?
Lance now on 3rd and goal. He'll bite. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on, 38. Get the two blaster. Black shot. Let's go. Fly through. Gun red. Blue striker.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Set, ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this pass is caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey, red. Ultra. Smash. Real green.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second